Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to do a get ready with me. It is February now, so Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and basically I pulled out a bunch of my favorite luxury beauty products that I think are worth the splurge. These are products that are tried and true favorites, things that I have repeat purchased. I've got a few new things that I just think are definitely worth the splurge. And today I just had fun doing the whole shebang, prepping my skin, putting on my jewelry, have on a fun little ruffle top from KMJ Designs. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look using luxury beauty products worth the splurge, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we dive into the beauty tutorial, with Valentine's Day being right around the corner, I first wanted to give a shout out to this adorable KMJ design blouse. Is that not so adorable? This is the Bontina. It's like a tuxedo redesigned men shirt, and I just love it. If you are a fellow like white button down girl, but you want a little extra, a little maybe ruffle around the edges, the tuxedo design, then I would definitely check out this brand. I just think they are so darn cute. And then while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my favorites from IDYL Jewelry. This is my favorite little stack that I have been wearing lately. Huge fan of that brand. And this is the Lena. I love this piece so much. Then we have my newest piece here. This is the Grace. I just think that is a complete stunner. And then my original piece down here. This is the Solo 3. I absolutely love this little stack. I get so many compliments on this jewelry. These are lab grown diamonds, 14 karat gold. I love these little sparkles. They're just super beautiful. They keep their shine, and this is the kind of jewelry that I don't take off. I literally wear it into the shower, so it's just such an easy brand to love. Then I have their beautiful rings here. These had launched initially as limited edition rings. I could not resist. I had to get some of them because they are so gorgeous. And what I love about the rings is that you can like wear them like I do. I kind of wear them on different fingers, or I can stack them up into like one kind of stunning statement ring. But I sort of love kind of separating them, kind of the delicate look of these rings. Again, they keep their sparkle. They're just stunning. And it is also just something that you can kind of collect, if that makes sense, meaning, you know, you could buy something to stack on top of each of your rings. So I love that idea. And then I have several different pairs of their earrings. I personally really love the simplicity of these right here. This is the Amelia with the petite stud here. I just find these to be simple and classic and elegant, and I don't have to worry about taking these out or anything. Sparkle is just insane. And then one of my favorite pieces, I call this like my little ear candy. This is the Spark. It's like the ear cuff. It's so pretty. We'll put that on this ear over here. I just want to show you how easy it is to add this element here. I'm taking the little back here and I'm applying it. Okay, so I just added the little hook there, and then I add my little cuff right there, little ear candy. I love that little spark. Adds a little bit of edginess. That is part of the fun of this brand because they have modular designs meant to be able to mix and match. For example, I love my jade earrings here. These are one of my favorites. These are my medium studs. That's what I'm saying is you can start with just the studs and then you can start adding on to your collection, adding little pieces along like with your necklaces. You can just like add a little piece here and there. That's what I think is so fun. I also have, let me bring this out, the Lola. So this is what I'm saying. I have the Lola pendant here that I will often interchange, like with my Solo 3. I will put on my Lola here, or sometimes I will just wear the Lola on its own. So you can buy the necklace, you can buy the studs, and then slowly build. And the best part about IDYL is you're always going to get little extra goodies. Who doesn't like that? It's always going to come like beautifully packaged. So wanted to mention that if you are looking for a fabulous Valentine's Day gift, or just a gift for yourself whenever, and then you always get little extras. Last time I got this beautiful little jewelry case, which I love because it literally holds all of my goodies in here. So I have my little earrings here. You have like all your areas. I can put my rings and my earrings in here, as well as all my necklaces can go in here. I often keep like the little loose ones right in this little pouch, but just such a really nice little extra. So just kind of wanted to do a quick little mention of some of my favorites from IDYL Jewelry. Valentine's Day's coming right around the corner. I love this brand. I love the quality of jewelry. I also love the ease upon which I don't have to worry about the jewelry, meaning I just live in it, I shower in it, I play in it. But I also just love the classic beauty of these pieces, as well as the ethos of the brand. It's kind of the feel-good jewelry, meaning they are ethically sourced, sustainably created, so you can feel good about wearing your little sparkles. In my mind right now, I have the song Ice Ice Baby going on. So just wanted to do a quick mention of my outfit and my jewelry today. And now I'll show you all my favorite luxury beauty products worth the. So in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I thought we'd do the whole shebang, meaning I'm going to kind of prep my skin with you, show you some of my favorite products I use on days when I really want like red carpet ready skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip my hair back, and I'm going to be using my favorite beauty bar. This is something that I got over the Christmas holidays that I'm just completely obsessed with. This is from Jill Dempsey, and basically it is a little vibrating beauty bar that I like to use to sort of depuff my skin, sort of snatches it up a bit. But when I have extra time in the morning, or again, if it's something that I'm getting ready for an event, I will do a little eye mask, and I've been loving her hydrating eye masks as well. So I mentioned this a couple different times, but I love eye masks. They're just the absolute best, and I like to kind of pop them on in the morning while I'm checking my email and such. So I've already cleansed and toned my skin, and then what I like to do is add an essence in, and I'm using the Sarah Creel Moisture Source. You guys have heard me talk about this a million times, but it is one of my favorite essences of the moment. And what I will do is take some of this and just press this into my skin here. Feels so good. And yep, I'm kind of bringing that up right underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to pop on her hydrating eye mask, and it comes like this, and it has 3 layers to it. So just going to take this and peel back one of the layers. I never know if I'm supposed to put the big side down here or do it the opposite way, and then I place this right underneath my eyes. Then to prep my lips, I'm using my Sarah Creel, the Adults Are Talking lip balm serum. I freaking love this so much, and it's great just as your everyday lip, but also to prep your lips. And then what I'll start to do is I'll take my little beauty wand here, and then I just take a few minutes just to kind of roll this on my skin. Yep, and I even come right in here where the eye patches are, and I just like to kind of depuff my skin here. It feels really good. And this eye mask has like a kind of milky prebiotic serum, and it just has sort of a cooling effect on the eyes. Like I feel like it wakes it up. So then after I use that little bar, I will take this off, and you're left with some of that lovely serum here. And what I will do then is just kind of tap all of that underneath my eyes. I swear it's all about the prep when you're getting ready. And then what I'll do is put on my favorite moisturizer. I had a facial this past weekend, and I ended up purchasing another jar Splurge worthy creams on my face, and that is the MBR Extraordinary Cream. And I wish I could tell you my skin didn't love it, but it does. It gives me the prettiest glow. And then what I like to do is put on that cream and then take a minute to kind of just use the beauty bar and kind of push that lovely hydration into my skin. And I call that cream the marshmallow cream. It smells amazing. It has the best texture, and it's just like really super nourishing. It's got some 24 karat gold leaf in it, so I think it does kind of leave your skin with a nice pretty glow. But what I find is over time, as usual, if you're consistent with your skincare, I really do feel like it plumps up my skin. So I often will splurge and use that cream, especially during the winter months, because my skin needs that extra hydration. And although that is a pricey cream, it's kind of my little splurge for my skin. I don't know how many I have bought of those jars. I do tend to buy them in the winter months when my skin needs a little extra TLC, but I had to laugh when she put it on my skin. I was like, uh-oh, I'm gonna have to get another jar of this because my skin has been feeling so dry. But that's definitely a good one. I've used that one for years. If you're looking for deep hydration, a cream that's really gonna plump up your skin and give it a beautiful radiant glow, definitely check that one out. Okay, skin is sort of depuffed and prepped. And then for my sunscreen, I am still having a love affair with the Skin Glow SPF primer. And this is from Wise Beauty. This one just gives you like a really beautiful glowy base. And I'm gonna take 2 pumps of this. And then I'll take my hands here, and then I'm just going to put this all over my face. Get that underneath my eyes as well. Okay, then for foundation. Foundation's worth the splurge. I have to tell you, I think Clé de Peau nails it. And I pulled out one of my personal favorites from Clé de Peau. And nope, it's not the foundation, even though that one is a really beautiful kind of sheer hydrating foundation. I actually prefer the Radiant Cream Foundation. This one has an SPF of 25, but the reason I love this one so much is I get that kind of radiant finish I want, but this one has a bit more coverage. A little goes a long way, but I just find this one to kind of hit all the boxes for me. It's infused with their skin care, and you really can't go wrong with any of their foundations. Out of all of them, this would be the one that I reach for most. I really even love their Radiant Matte Foundation. That one has such beautiful coverage, but I find that to be a little bit more high coverage than what I am personally wanting at the moment. And in Clé de Peau foundations, I tend to go for B20, Beige 20. I've had a few O's in the past, the kind of ochre colors as well. So it kind of depends on if you want to go a little bit warmer. This is in B20, and I love to first apply this just with my fingertips. A little goes a long way, but this literally gives you such perfected skin. Okay, here is what this foundation looks like. What I love about it is that it is not too dewy. It definitely gives me some coverage, evens out my skin, but this one looks more like lit from within. Like if you came up close, it doesn't really look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, but I feel like I get the benefits of getting some coverage. And then for concealer, I brought out two that I love. Oftentimes if I'm using Clé de Peau foundation, I will also use the Clé de Peau, the Radiant Eye Corrector. I absolutely love this one, but I'm also a huge fan of the Victoria Beckham concealer as well. So today I thought I'd do one eye here with the Clé de Peau and the other with my Victoria Beckham, because I know some people like to match all their complexion products. Totally get that and understand. So I am going to give you a little swatch of both. This one right here is the Clé de Peau in beige, so a little bit lighter. And then we have got the Victoria Beckham, her concealer, which is in L1. And honestly, I love both of these concealers. I will say the Victoria Beckham is something that I will use as my foundation, meaning I will use it beyond just my eyes, whereas with the Clé de Peau, I would literally just use that underneath my eyes to brighten them up. So on this side, I will use the Victoria Beckham, and then I will use my finger here and tap that one in underneath here. So what I would say is that the L1 is going to be more like my skin tone, and again, that's how I like to wear that Victoria Beckham one, is if I'm not going to be wearing foundation, I may just use like the primer here or Victoria Beckham's moisturizing primer, and then I will use her concealer kind of dotted all over my face as well as underneath my eyes. I love that combination as well, and I definitely think those are worth the splurge. And then I will come over here And we're going to use the Clé de Peau. And of course, it's worth mentioning that I love the Clé de Peau, just the concealer. That is an iconic beauty product from Clé de Peau, and that one I love to wear, again, kind of all over my skin, not necessarily underneath my eyes. It's so creamy and lovely. So it just kind of depends on what coverage you are looking for with the concealer. I love to travel with that, and I will use that as my foundation, and you can use it underneath your eyes. It's just more full coverage, whereas for my particular more mature eyes, I prefer kind of thinner textures underneath there so that they don't kind of creep into my wrinkles. Okay, then I'm going to quickly set everything, and as far as powder, my absolute favorite is from Westman Atelier. This is her Vital Skincare Pressed Powder, and I love the shade Bubble. This is my go-to everyday powder because honestly, I don't love a ton of powder, but I do love this one because it's just very light. It also, in the shade Bubble, is going to brighten my skin, and what I will do is I will just take a little bit of this and kind of set everything here. It just perfects my skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing powder. That's what I love about it. I think that this pressed powder is worth every penny, especially if you're somebody with mature skin. Maybe you don't like powder. This is infused with skincare. It's very finely milled, and I just find that it gives my overall complexion sort of a fresh and radiant look instead of something that's kind of dry and going to kind of make my skin look older. Okay, we've got complexion here. Now we need to warm up my skin. A product that I definitely think is worth the splurge. This is from Hermes, and these are their plein air bronzers, mineral bronzers. I love this in the shade Sahara. This one has just like a slightly red undertone that makes it look just a little bit more natural on my complexion. It is so awesome, but it's got multiple colors in here, and I love that it is a mineral based bronzer. It just is really beautiful. It's so finely milled. It looks natural on the skin, and just one of my ultimate favorites. So what I like to do is come up from that hairline and do that little 3 here, just bringing it from my forehead on the cheeks and then bringing it down, going a little bit down underneath my chin, giving myself just a little bit of warmth and glow here. Kind of bring it through the bridge of my nose. Okay, absolutely love that bronzer. And then what I like to do is just come in and take a big fluffy brush here, and I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of this into my crease right here before we move on to favorite eye products. But this way I just feel like my whole face will be more cohesive, having a little bit of that bronzer in my eyes, and that just sort of kind of brings everything together before I put on my eye makeup. So I tend to use a little less, tend to like to do simple eye looks here. And so I often will just do bronzer, a little eyeliner, mascara, call it a day. But as far as eyeshadows, I think that the Chanel, these are the Ombre Essential, basically they're single eyeshadows. I think they're a little underrated because these are amazing. And today we're going to be using one of my favorites. This is the Peche Glacé. This gives you the prettiest simple eye, and it's just so pretty here, but these are creamy and just give you a really nice finish on your eyes. This one's more of a satin shimmery shade versus the matte ones, which I love as well, especially from the new lineup. I love that frappe latte. It is so good. But today I just kind of wanted to do a really simple wash of this peach color and then use one of my favorite eyeliners from Victoria Beckham. Her satin kajal eyeliners are the absolute best. So I'm just dipping my brush into that Pêche Glacé and just putting a little bit of that on my mobile lid. I love this color so much. Okay, here's this Pêche Glacé single shadow from Chanel. I absolutely love those single shadows from Chanel. I literally think they are the best, especially for those of us that like to keep our eye looks a little simple. Maybe we don't have a ton of eye real estate up here to do fancy looks. And then what I've been having fun with is using like a single shadow and then using fun colored eyeliners. And one of the best luxury eyeliners out there that are definitely worth the splurge are from Victoria Beckham. These are her satin kajal eyeliners. These are soft and creamy, easy to use, and then once they dry down, like it's not like wet or anything, but once they set, they're gonna last all day long. So I love these because it kind of gives me that more lived in makeup look because it is more of a kajal. And they recently launched this shade in denim and I am so obsessed with this. And I also love kind of this, slight peachy tone with the kind of pop of this denim blue. It sort of is an easy, fun eye look, but again, easy is the operative word here. And then what I like to do is I will come in and just slightly tight line my upper lash line. And then I will get a little bit of transfer from the top to the bottom. And what I'll do is I will come in with the little sponge here. I'm just going to kind of soften near the lash line and underneath, kind of again getting that lived in makeup look. I just love that little peach and blue contrast. And then as far as mascara, yep, I'm still using my Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. I still think this is worth every single penny. It's just my holy grail mascara. This one just has my favorite kind of traditional brush. It has peptides in here that helps my lashes grow. I just still love this mascara. I don't know how many years this has been my holy grail. I mean, at least 5, I would say, but I love it. So I am just going to grab the lashes from the base and take a minute to coat my lashes with this Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. Okay, we've got my eyeballs on, quick easy eye using some of my favorite eye products. And then for blushes, I have so many that I love, but ones that I use on the daily are from Chanel. I really love their cream to powder blushes that they launched last year. That's kind of a staple for me, and one of the ones I love to wear is Rose Eclatante. This is just sort of a beautiful neutral blush, but the texture is just superb. So these blushes are so silky. You can build them up, you can sheer them out. And then I recently picked up the reformulated powder blushes, and this one is in Jersey, and this is another staple of mine. So I may top my cheeks with both of these. I'll do one on one side and the other. We can kind of blend it all together, but I just want to show you these are kind of my two go-to blushes that I use. And with the cream to powder, you can literally use your finger if you want, kind of dab those on. For the cream to powder, I will often start like with my Chanel. This is sort of the foundation brush. You can use it with anything, and you can just kind of dab that on, but it's going to end up laying down like a powder, so it's just super pretty here. Here gives a nice little pretty glow, and then I will use Jersey on the other side using my little Chanel powder brush here, and I love Jersey. It is a really nice kind of neutral color. It has like a little bit of gold shimmer in it, but it's nothing too much. It's just really, really awesome neutral blush here. Okay, then for highlighter, I love these Dior Glow Maximizers. You've already seen me use this little trio in many other videos. This is the bronze, rosy, and pink. But today I'm just going to use a little bit of the pink as my highlighter. I highly recommend these. They are so pretty. And I like a little peachy pink look here. And I will just take a few dots. I like to put a little bit of this up into my brow bone. It is so pretty. And then I will just kind of tap that into the high points of my cheeks. It's going to just give me a little bit of glow right here. I love those so much. I think they are just so beautiful. And then for lips, I was debating which products to use. I think I'll do 2 lip looks because one is definitely splurge worthy. That is using the Le Rouge 31 from Chanel. This is this gorgeous glass case. And then inside, I have one of the matte lipsticks. This is shade number 14, which is, I believe, Rouge Intimiste. It's just a really, really pretty shade here. I really love it when I'm doing something a little more simple on the eyes. I want to pop my lips. I will use this beauty. And again, this is such a fun little splurge-worthy lipstick. This is something that you can have for a lifetime, and then they have refills, but yes, it is a pricey little lip product here. I will put this one on for you.